the swap in Japan, okay?
Yo, maybe at the proving grounds, my boy.
New NBA champion of the world, Oklahoma City Thunder, 2025 NBA champion, representing for the small market, far and near. Congrats to the SGA and the rest of the crew on winning that championship. Feels so good to be back. See you doing your thing on first take. We want to give you up for that. Put Stephen A in a nice pack.
Put his ass in a nice ass pack. Glad you did that shit.
Oh, yeah, that's not the goal. It may not have been the goal, but that's what the result. Yeah, the minimum. Won a championship for Gills Arena over at Fan Fest out of New York. But this is Gills Arena presented by Underdog. As always.
Yo, what's good, bro? You in the proving ground? I'm in the proving ground.
Okay, here we go. It is championship.
Where you at? You on the way?
Yeah, I'm on the way.
Facts. Kill some shit on Didi. Hey, my boy got his baby on Dizzy. That's what I like to see, my boy.
Oh, you hear a little bit?
Hell yeah, I hear it. Hell yeah, that's how you do it, nigga. On D.
I'm here.
Yes, man.
We playing 5?
Hell no, we ain't playing 5s, nigga. We playing 2s.
Okay.
Oh, how you cold? How is you cold? Hey, it's hot over there. Get your pink cover right there. You talking about it's cold?
It's Championship Monday. We got NBA champion of the world, Swaggy B, back in the building. A great feeling. And feeling that you don't hear from. Ladies Swaggy, representing Southside University, we got Mr. B, Brandon Jennings. I like it. He's ready to be out there. He's well. You got the glove. You got the Sunshine Golf Club. How long have you been out there since last week? Every day. Damn. Did he get a golf game? And sitting next to me, we have the distinguished gentleman from Oak Cliff, former #1 pick, Kenyon Martin. Back in the arena. And I got to thank you and Norris for holding it down with the hosting responsibilities last week. Me and Gil were out in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin with the Underdog retreat shop, the Underdogs, everything they got going over there for coverage, keeping us employed. In Geneva, Wisconsin. So the Grand Geneva Resort. Yeah, ready to be Hugh Hefner's Midwest getaway back in the day. Okay. Yeah, it still smells like it a little bit. The remnant, the white baby. For all the fans out there, we still got two viewing outfits for you. Our traditional version, mobile version, picture them when you want to watch. Just make sure you support the show. Here's what's cracking in the arena today. SGA led the Thunder to their first chip in franchise history. Are we witnessing the birth of a dynasty? It's a young squad. They got 9 of their top players coming back next season. Some big things may be in the works. Tyrese Halliburton left Game 7 with a devastating Achilles injury. What impact will Hallie's future? Hated to see it happen. Really mess up the mood of the game. Wishing Hallie all the best in his road to recovery. And the Rockets pulled off a blockbuster trade to land Kevin Durant from the Suns. How much of a problem will Houston be with KD next season? I understand that they are the same odds to win a chip. The trade went down, we will discuss. But before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Go ahead, download the app. Use promo code GIL, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a special pickup. And with NBA season over, we'll try something a little different with our partner packs on the Underdog app. Instead of one partner pack from an individual each day, the crew will each submit one pick they like for that night, and we will make that partner pack for the day. We're making it communal, ladies and gentlemen. So Gil, Brandon, Nick, Katie, and Rashad are sending one pick each per day. So here are the rules of the competition, because you know you need rules. If talent doesn't submit a pick, they will take a loss for the day. These must be original picks from the Underdog app, so you cannot buy points up or down like Gil be doing. You be having them special boosted packs. So you be calling the Underdog Connect. Eating point totals all love and everything else. You can't get those normal facts. So we will tally up individual picks, and the guy with the highest percentage of accurate picks will receive a large sum of Underdog bread before we take our summer hiatus in a few weeks. Underdog bread like $50. You can use it on the Underdog app. And if you win, you can take that bread and do whatever you want with it. So here is today's group partner pack. Let's take a look. So Aaron Judge higher 0.5 home runs, that's coming from Kenya. Jazz Chisholm Jr. higher 0.5 RBI, that's coming from Brandon. Yeah. Paige Becker higher 9.5 rebounds and assists, that is Gil's pick for the day. Angel Reese higher 0.5 double-double, so Swaggy thinks that Angel Reese will have a double-double tonight. And Caitlin Clark higher 19.5 points. Picks today. That comes from Sunny.
There's only one WNBA game today.
I thought we were just making picks, just like whatever. You can go any sport, anything that you like, anything that you think is up for sure. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, Mr. B. This is our Gil's Arena. Group pick, the whole crew, and the guys bring that game in and everything. I think Jazz can get it. Yeah, Jazz chilling. Let's turn it back. If you use this blue pick pack, 44 times the bread if you hit. How you guys feeling about I want to know how you guys are feeling first, and we'll see what the chat has to say. Are you confident as a group that you guys can excel with these partner packs?
Ooh. I don't know. Man, I don't know baseball. So me either. I don't know the W like that. But you a hell. I don't know baseball like that. So I got a baseball jersey on today.
Hey, I know tight end. I don't know the RBI. I don't know what it is. Running base incorrectly. I don't know. A running base incorrectly.
Are you serious?
Yeah. What's that for?
No, bullshit.
Real batting.
You don't know what that is?
Running base is incorrectly. Real batting for me.
No,
Run bases. Run bases. Nobody knows what RBI is.
You know the RBI is?
Runs RBI. Runs back. Oh, when you hit and everybody runs thing. You know what I mean? That's like a hustle. They run to the home. They run home. They run to the home. What thing? They run to the thing. Your uniform do what RBI means.
Runs batted in.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, you gotta come into Little League games. You can be a champion as well.
Running bases incorrectly.
No, running bases incorrect. I don't anything. There's only one way to go. So running bases in.
No, runs batted in.
Runs batted in. So what does that actually mean? So if I'm a hitter, if I get a hit and a run comes in,
just say you're third base. He get a hit, you score. He gets an RBI.
Yeah. Oh, or if the bases are loaded, I get walked. They can also get an RBI. So I learned in my Little League. So is that harder than a home run? No, home runs are harder.
Somebody on base.
Yeah. But a home run is an RBI. Yeah, for sure.
So anytime somebody calls home plate, you get the ball.
Jazz, He has to hit one over the wall. He don't run. No, I know him. See, I don't know baseball, but I know him. Men's supposed to get him too. He's franchise. So I know him. Shout out to all the Little League coaches out there. Little League champions. See, he's a superstar. I know him. If you come coach me, you get a ring. You can be a champion across multiple sports. He's like AI. Real two ways.
I know.
We asked the chat. We good. We good then. I was just calling to hope that the chat numbers improve, but we asked the chat if they were riding or paying with the Gills Arena group partner pack for this evening.
That's you.
40% of the chat riding. They said a home run about an RBI.
I hate when 2K do that wave ass shit, bro.
I know black. I know baseball, I know black. Shout out to Sammy Sosa, black again. He don't black again. Hey, black again. He's black again. Shout out to Sammy Sosa. Where's the picture? He is black again. Sam, we appreciate you for coming back home.
He is black. Yeah, he was by the name of Sam when he was white.
Just straight up. Because we're in a group partner pack, go ahead and use it on the Underdog app. If you don't have Underdog, download the app. Use promo code, you'll get us $1,000 of bonus cash. That's a special pick of hands. You can watch the show live with us on YouTube. We have audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, where you get your podcast.
So what this nigga do?
A lot of things in the basketball world to discuss, but we got to talk about the most important thing. So let's get right to it. The two best words in sports, Game 7. That's what they say. My favorite two best words, Supermax. Not guilty, also good combo. So before we talk what went down Sunday, let's flash back to last week to see how we got there. So Tyrese Halliburton played through a strained right calf as the Pacers made light work of the Thunder with a 27-point win in Game 6, playing in front of their home fans for the final time this season. Down 30 after 3 quarters, Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault waved the white flag on Juneteenth by pulling his starters. So Indiana see the 7 dub bank. We get the first Game 7 in the NBA Finals since 2016. For all the LeBron and Cavs fans out there, we know how that went down. SGA held to 21 points, his lowest scoring output of the finals, finishing the game with more turnovers than made field goals. So after a disappointing performance, the MVP had this message when asked what Game 7 and his team.
So one game for everything you ever dreamed of. If you want it, you get it.
Looking competitive, but things took a turn for the worse for Indiana and their floor general just moments later with a little under 5 minutes left in the game quarter. Went non-contact injury to the same right leg that had been bothering him for the past few games. Very, very tragic, unfortunate event. He had to be carried to the locker room and would not return to the game with an Achilles injury. Hallie's injury was reflected to a squad in the mood of the game, but Indiana did their best to keep fighting without their all-NBA guard. So Thunder failed to capitalize initially and led by only 3 points after the first quarter. Indiana kept things close in the second quarter with solid play from Siakam and their supporting cast. So Siakam scored 10 of his 16 points in the first half. Discouraging from trying to TJ McConnell did his thing as well. Getting right to it. The Dorset Chamber had other plans, so Pacers went on a 9-2 run late in the second quarter to take control of the game. Andrew Nembhard knocked down a big 3 to cap off the half, giving the Pacers a 1-point lead heading into the break. Pacers kept it interesting early in the third quarter, but then the Thunder stopped playing with their food. OKC started the game 4 for 20 from beyond the arc, including 2 straight misses to start the third quarter. So Lou Dort helped jumpstart their long-range game with a near-logo Hail Mary 3 as the shot clock was expiring. Thunder went 5 for 11 from distance for the remainder of the quarter, including a stretch with the big 3 of SGA, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren hit back-to-back-to-back threes to give OKC their largest lead of the game. TJ McConnell put the team on his back again, scoring 12 straight points for Indiana. He finished the game with 16 points, but also had 7 turnovers. The Thunder quarter 11-2 run, outscoring the Pacers 34-20 in the third frame, with 18 of those points coming off Indiana turnovers. It was close. It was like I said, Thunder got rolling. Defense stepped up. Like I mentioned, TJ McConnell, 7 turnovers in the game. Thunder 18 points off those turnovers in the third quarter. Extended their lead out heading into the fourth. So OKC continues their offense in the final frame, starting the fourth quarter on a 9-0 run to take a 22-point lead. But Indiana will try to mount another fourth quarter comeback to cut the deficit to 10, with Ben Mathurin scoring 16 of his 24 points in the final frame. But that's as close as the Pacers would get. The Thunder put the league on notice that there's a new champion in town. SGA finished with 29 points, 5 rebounds, playoff career high 12 assists. He was 11 for 12 from the line, so after committing a playoff high
11 for 12 from the line. What was he from the field? 11 for 27. No, he was really the 8 for 27. Horrible.
Game 7 NBA.
Horrible, nigga.
Chipped in 10 points and 3 steals.
All the fouls they was giving that man. Bitch, stop playing.
This postseason game following the loss. Thunder are the second youngest team in NBA history to win a chip, bring home the first title in OKC franchise history. So after the game, Finals MVP SGA had this to say about becoming the champion.
Feels amazing. So much weight off my shoulders. So much stress relieved. Like, no matter what, like, you go into every night wanting to win, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way. And tonight could have been one of those nights where we found a way. I'm so proud of this group. I wouldn't have rather done it with any other group in the world. It feels good to be a champion.
Shout out to SGA, smart marketing with the shoe around his shoulder afterwards. Congress was releasing SGA signature shoe. This fall, so Thunder are the fourth team to win at least 84 games in the season, third to win a chip in that same season, doing the 96 and 97 Bulls. So Gil, during your appearance on First Take Friday, you predicted the Thunder would win Game 7 by 12 points. And Sunday, the Thunder won Game 7 by 12 points. So how much respect does OKC deserve for winning the first chip in franchise history?
I mean, you got to give them their respect because they did win. They fought all season, or last 2 seasons.
Never pretend to be great. I moved on from that Nike box. I tried to fill up a safe. Get ready, turn you numb. Feel like they fellas erase. You ain't never got the chills till you take. Homie, the streets cold. No contributions to nothing I was pursuing. I understand it's hard to call it a movement if it ain't moving. Keep your energy the same from all the days when I felt wrong. Had everything in game, but you complain while we were good. Sat around the table, broke bread like the Cypher. True as I can feel you touch a snake and it might bite you. Can I call and ask you for the things you asked me? Try to win, let me use your bathroom.
Yo, wreck, bro.
If I was you and you was me, you would have left me out. Got it on my own, I would never ask you. My energy protect. be led astray. I said it and I meant it. Don't know no other way. They ask me how I'm doing. Tell them I'm doing great. Cause if I really wasn't, could you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me? If I really wasn't, would you help me?
Respect to this OKC team deserve for winning the first championship of franchise history?
A lot of respect, man. That's when you are building something and you're not deviating from that plan. Over the last few years, they have been heading this direction. Disappointed last year in the playoffs, of course, we all thought they were moved on, but no, to build on that from last year and come out with a chip on your shoulder this year, determined from game one, and continue that 82 games and throughout a playoff run, it's very impressive for a young team. Look, a lot of guys, you know, and it's just basketball. They're very, very young in this, and they could be very fragile at times. But this group is not. For whatever reason, they stick together, good, bad, not to lose 2 games, and things like that. That's how you become special, right? When you look at the things that you didn't do correctly in the previous game and be able to correct that in real time, says a lot about coaching, says a lot about their IQ and their willingness to get better in those areas. Yeah, no, man, it was...
All right, down, get out. All right, down.
And, it was a very, very impressive run to it. Shout out to Oklahoma City Thunder.
So last but not least, Swaggy P, Oklahoma City Thunder join you as NBA champions. Now have the championship experience that you've had for several years.
Oh, man.
How much respect does OKC deserve for this playoff run and winning the first championship?
Got my championship shirt and hat too to the award. It's a great feeling. A lot of people will never get a chance to experience that, you know.
That's what they say.
Man, I think, you know, they won the championship. They brought Caruso over, you know, they was one piece away. And it's the little things, you know. It's the little things. And I think Caruso won that. Man, I was just say, man, now they accomplished something that a lot of people didn't give them credit to for, man. A lot of people to be to go out there and get the job done, go to, you know, teams like Denver, you go to, you know, do some good teams to get there, you know, and you gotta do it. You gotta celebrate, man. That's great. That just brings them back memories, man. You wanna be on the bus, you wanna go, you know the daddy. You know, say daddy, you wanna get on the bus or feel something?
Shout out to Ron Elliott. I want to be in the crowd.
The crowd runs on the court too, like everybody gets to enjoy it.
No, everybody don't. Everybody knows we on the court.
Shit. You ain't never been there.
No, I was still playing, so my chance to go to was 2020. And then the city decided they were going to allow us to celebrate. So
It was COVID.
you know,
You should have got one too. You should have.
if I'd have known that I wasn't going to be a part of that I always did the Black Lives Matter, like, you know, police thing. I'd have been a part of it. Nobody was a police thing. No, not in LA, in the Valley. Like, in the Valley, because they wasn't pepper spraying nobody. It was good. You know what I mean? Like, it was good over here. Just, you know what I mean? There was nothing going to happen.
He was watching on camera when, you know, they had people on Zoom watching the game, so in a bubble, you know, watching it.
No, I had regular TV. I didn't. Yeah, I was watching regular.
Well, I'm just saying, man.
I didn't get the experience.
That feeling is like one of the best, like the greatest feelings for real in the world, man. You know?
That's what I heard. I mean, it looked like it, you know. I think that's, yeah.
That shit is amazing. That's just bringing back feels, but that night after, dude, like, man, you gonna clown. Like, you're really the man. Like, they're the man of this summer. Like,
Heard they shut down out there.
they something, bro. You know, I had a championship. Like I dreamed that I ever won a championship. What I was gonna do.
What did that dream involve? What did that dream involve?
As soon as we won, I was gonna leave. Just throw my jersey, put it in the center court, and leave. Just leave the arena and go, and then they can't find me.
Where were you going?
No interviews, no nothing, no parade, just disappeared. That was my storyline. The nigga just disappeared forever. I wasn't gonna show up that following season. It's just a what happened. What happened, bro? What happened there? Like I was either like person was gonna miss the whole summer. Like, nah, it's legendary if I miss that whole next season. Where is he? Like, what happened? Where is he going? I just go. And I interviewed that's gonna be my thing. That's gonna be my thing. Ain't no celebrating the champagne, just rest of the car. And all they got was left was the jersey left. That's the game on top. Jersey would have went worth so much stuff, but they just thought that would have been cool. That jersey would have been like, that jersey would have been nuts. Actually, that would have been nuts. Yeah. Cool, Jersey would have been early. Like this rocks, like on that motor in the motorcycle. What fuck doing? Yeah. They gotta go on the fender, trying to get back. Like, let them do what they do. Just ride off into the sunset. But also, Terry, so to this thunderstorm, I know there's a lot of talk this season, last season, heading into this postseason. Just a young team. Thinking about Draymond's comments earlier in the season. You know, he didn't really like all the buddy stuff after the interviews and all that stuff. But this was a tough team that stuck together. Accomplished the ultimate goal, 68-14 during the regular season. Got the 16 wins they needed to get. I mean, you know, what they did was show everybody, you know, the game judgeable by cover. You know, we always say that, but they really, you know, did. Right? From even me saying he had a 0% chance. You just because I'm a Lakers fan. No Lakers are still in the play. So, 26 champion. You know, just the comments, you know, over and over and over, and they're sitting there doing it. They're sitting there game after game after game, round after round, proving everybody wrong. So, I mean, you know, when they say, man, this is a weight off our shoulders, like, yeah, I'm sure because we was all, I mean, you know, besides a lot of people in OKC, you know, everybody in OKC, most of the people say, you know, you got Boston Celtics, you know, you got Lakers, you got Golden State, and then Denver, you know what I mean? So it was, you know, they wasn't highly favored, you know, across. You know, after the internet does what the internet does in these moments, a lot of people not giving the ring the respect that it deserves, saying it was a weak-ass ring. Already paying the asterisk next to it for their road to the playoffs, but they got it done. So their road to the playoffs was they played everybody else. 7-game series. Yeah. They played the Grizzlies. Obviously, John went down. John made comments. You know, like if he was healthy, they would have had a chance. A chance to what? Not lose by what? 30? In the first match, bro. Like, I mean, not lose, not lose. They were up by like 28-30 when those games. Thunder came back and won that one. But beat you about 50 in one game, and you up 30, they come back to beat. I mean, that team's way better. You ain't got a shot. Yeah. Then took on Nuggets, who were always a difficult team. I struggled with them in the playoffs. They give us a new look of the new NBA. Young. It seems like they generally in the play, right? When everybody gets to play and we win it and we're successful, it's all pom-poms and goddamn blood and rainbows. Let's see, like, that's what they're supposed to be doing. Like, they are kicking ass and taking aim, so they let everybody know about it. So this goes through, like, comments I made that people don't actually understand it because they wasn't there when the narrative, the name was created, or the title of Batman and Robin, right? And that when you start putting that out, like, fans today are young. They don't understand the past, where the idea of Batman and Robin is just two great players playing together, and one is a little bit better than the other, then it just calls that the dynamic duo, right? Batman and Robin, right? What ends up happening when media starts, like, continuing to say, well, is this really a Batman and Robin? Is this like two Batmans, and then once one person feels that he's on that level and people are writing about it, the egos is what breaks everything up, right? Just like the egos, they didn't break it up, but everybody was trying. When Dwayne Wade and LeBron teamed up, right? Whose team is this? Right? When you start doing shit like that, Kyrie and who? When you start doing that, the ego itself, as a hooper, competitor, you automatically start asking, hey, man, I should get a little bit more of these touches. Right? You know, it's just like, you know, you're doing, like Shea did something that a lot of champs didn't do. Right? The main guy gave the Robin his flowers on national TV.
On the stage during the post-game celebration ceremony.
In the past, they didn't do that, right? So when I make the statement that no one gives a fuck about the number 2 rings, it's not my opinion. That's history. It's shown. Right? Are y'all respecting Scottie Pippen for 6 rings like you do Michael Jordan? No. Right? You're not. Are you respecting Clay with his 4 rings? Did you put him in the top 75? No. They do not. Right? I mean, you're right. So, hell no, he's not in the top 75. Number 75 is Dame Leonard. Okay, so you don't respect the second option. So what ends up happening is last night where you got the number 1 guy saying, no, this is my guy. He helped me in the past. As a second option, you see motherfuckers there celebrating, doing it. Like, think about Kyrie. Hit the shot. Boom, he's hit the shot. And then everybody, LeBron. He's sitting there like, yeah.
And I remember an interview with Doris after the game. Kyrie said,
I need my own motherfucker. Human nature. And my shoes. That's what it is now. Yeah, that's all it is. You want to be, and Shea did that. Shea did that, right? Before the media can come in, starting next year, like, who team is Jalen? Is Jalen the best? Like, you think they did that back in the day? No. Same thing Kobe was mad about. Like, I'm doing all that in the game, 6 games. Shaq said something about Kobe. After the 3rd championship. But the Kobe thing was like, y'all, no matter what, y'all not going to give me my respect if I don't win without that. Yes. And that was the whole thing. But that's the thing, because he wasn't getting the respect.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because, that's what it was real. Like, he had, like, in his mind, I have to win without this dude. You know what I'm saying? There's no question about it. For my legacy of what I think I am to this game, I have to win without Shaq. Right? Because that was the thing, man. Like, it's just, you got everybody in the league at the time, bro. You will get a unanimous fucking 100% Shaquille O'Neal. Like, it just wasn't a question.
And the Tracy rumors being better than him.
Say again?
The Tracy rumors better than him. The league is calling it quadruple team, but average 32. Like, it was a thing, but that's what I'm saying. As a, when you're the second option, like, you're putting in the same amount of work, right? But you're not getting the same amount of love. And that's why I said, like, when you're talking about history, and you're talking about, you know, I seen someone throw a whole bunch of names, and I'm like, oh, yeah, all the names you named, who talks about them? You think Scottie Pippen on the voters vote? The people who used to write for him and love on him, you think he feels good sitting at 32 when 31 has no rings? That's Allen Iverson. Number 29 has 0 ring. That's Chris Paul. And you think he feels good, like he's respected, sitting at 32, there's 2 people right next to him, no rings? And y'all saying rings matter? Come on, man. Jalen Brown. Rings does matter. So, okay, so if rings matter, how can rings matter? How does it? Right? Even though he still got it, it's still kind of like
he won. Right? He's gonna find, but it still feels disrespect.
Right? Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. If rings matter, then he got the heart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got the heart.
Can you tell us why Scottie Pippen is 32 with 6 rings? 7 All-NBA, 7 All-Stars, 10 defensive players, and Allen Iverson's at 31. Who put him 32? The media.
The square media vote. The square people who vote for it. So the rings matter. Because remember, who writes the rings matter.
When you put Kobe as not in the top 10, I don't respect that.
But again,
that don't matter to me. So
you can't do that.
You can't, because I don't have. If you believe, so what they say,
the problem is what I'm saying is the people who are voting get paid.
We need something to
No,
go
what I'm saying is that the people are voting
off of Kobe. It's not in that.
Okay, but if the people are voting, they get paid to do this job, and they got looking at it, and you automatically try to take away the conversation and answer the question by saying, I don't respect it. That doesn't get to the answer. I'm asking you to answer. How do you think a man with 6 rings sitting at 32, how do you think he feels if 31 and 29 has no rings? So when I say rings don't matter, I have examples. Because I can tell you this, what I did was this, how I came to the conclusion. I said, you know what, this don't make sense. There's something we're missing here. You know what, I'm taking away all rings. All rings are gone. No one has rings. Let me just go to these people's accolades. They see who they are. So I wrote down everybody's accolades. Wait, dude. Everybody's accolades. So I wrote down everybody's accolades, right? To see if this makes sense. If you go in this order, MVP first, give it the most points. Second, scoring title. Third, first team All-NBA, because that's top 5. Defensive player of the year. Second team All-NBA. If you go like that across the board, you will get Jordan, LeBron, Kareem. That's how it would look. So when you say, why isn't Kobe in the top 10? He only has 1 MVP. Everybody in front of him has multiple MVPs.
You sound like a man that ain't won.
No, I'm talking like
a man that ain't won a ring.
I'm not talking from my... I'm not talking from my opinion, dog. I'm saying this is what the research that I did said. I said, I looked at the top 75 list. They have it in order from the writers. I said, all right, Clay not being in the top 75, and he got 4 rings or 3 rings at the time. 5 All-Stars, 2 All-NBAs. How is 75, no rings, 6 All-NBAs, and 6 All-Stars? Doesn't make sense. These rings should be able to put them in front of them. So I said, okay, remove it all, and then I took them up, went through the research. The research says they respect MVPs first, scoring title second, All-NBA first team first, defensive player of the year, then second team All-NBA, because second team All-NBA is top 10 in the NBA. And when you go by that and put the point, I don't give a fuck if you go 10, 9, 8 on the points, you will come up with the top 75. The only thing that I found wrong was how, with the metrics that was there for everybody else, how is Oscar Robertson in front of Kobe? Now remember, if the number one stat is MVPs, think about everybody else in the top 10. They got more than 1. Scoring titles is next. That's why Jordan can never be passed, because he got damn near 8 more than everybody else. Right? So if you put 200 points in on 100, however you want to do it, that scoring title, 10, there's nothing you can do about that. He can never be caught because of the metrics of that. Like, this is not the eye test. They're going off of the metrics. So when you say Scottie Pippen at 32, if you take away his rings, did he have a better career than Allen Iverson? No. Allen Iverson got 4 scoring titles and MVP. No. No, I get it. So it's saying that, yeah, this is just a cherry on top.
What's a better career than?
Let's get back to talking about that he does?
Yes.
If you take away the rings, he has a better?
No. Okay. You can't take that. Come on, I ain't going to take away something that...
You say you have an opinion?
This is crazy, bro. Let's just take away all rings.
So answer a question. So if Scottie Pippen's at 32, how is Allen Iverson at 31?
So who opinion do you respect when it comes to somebody's top 5?
I can't, because every time he have who's the top 3 we always mention? Everybody outside of ESPN.
These players, that's our eyes.
But you can't have them at 8. That shit don't make. All right. Be right.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. Just hear me out. So if the players that play in the NBA did a list, Kobe would not be at 10.
Will not be here.
But that's the thing. They're not asking the players.
Well, some of the players contribute.
Some of the players go too. Some, but not the masses. It's not players, right? It's the square media, and it's dudes that
don't like that.
That don't. Yeah, but it's personal.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just straight.
It's personal.
But yes, if it's stats, yeah, but I'm just saying, but for...
I just told you the metrics. MVPs won, so if you want to put 100 points on MVP. Look, what I'm saying is put 100 points on MVP. What I'm saying is put 100 points on the government. Put 100 points on the MVPs. Put 90 points on scoring titles. Put 80 points on first team. Put 70 points on defensive player of the year. Put 60 points on second team. And you start counting.
Goldberg is in front of Kobe. Goldberg is in front of Kobe now.
Swag. All right, I gotta stop y'all. We got a lot of NBA finals.
What I'm saying is Goldberg is top 10.
How? Does he have MVP? Does he have scoring titles?
He got defense player. He got everything.
Defensive player is 60 points. So he got 60 points. What does that got to do with scoring titles? Scoring titles is 90 points each. That's 108. What are you talking about? I feel like we're going to talk about this all summer long. But what I'm saying is we shouldn't. Just do the math yourself. And then you can do the math. You can stop asking. It's all accolades. It's individual accolades, and it should be told. And rings don't count. They should have told us before.
We don't play for the championship. Like,
no, we play for it. They tell us.
Wasn't shit. Why we don't
know why it's hard to have an educational conversation? Because you're using your emotions.
No, you said rings don't count, so why are you playing for it?
The data says rings don't count. The rings count, sir.
We just playing the play.
What I said is, it's just been going on since Friday. 93. Did you see what I was talking about? This has been going on in the group chat for literally 72 hours. Because no one wants to have a real opportunity. He wants to use his emotions. How am I using emotions? Then answer the question with a ring.
Without you saying rings don't count. Rings don't count.
Rings count. Rings count. Rings count.
Be realistic.
So rings count. Then answer this. 1993. 1993. A man by the name of Michael Jordan had 3 rings. He was ranked the best player ever. He jumped Magic Johnson, who was #1 before that. So Magic had 5 rings. Kareem had 6 rings at the time. Bill Russell has 11 rings. Can you tell us what an educated answer?
I'm gonna wait till my camp time.
An educated answer. How did Michael Jordan get crowned the best player ever with only 3 rings?
I don't know. I might have gone away.
I'm just asking the question, man. If rings matter, how does the guy who has the least become #1?
Rings don't matter.
I'm just asking the question. This has nothing to do with your personal. I'm just asking. I'm looking at the data and saying, hey, he has 3 rings. How is he in front of a guy with 5, 6, and 11?
I can't tell you.
You can't. Yeah.
I just want to know what list we gonna.
I know you. I know you. We'll talk list. I get the feeling. Y'all know I'm playing around into the future. We'll talk this well into the summer, into next season. We shouldn't. But let's talk right now about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and more specifically their Finals MVP SGA. But before we do, we'd like to thank Cash App for sponsoring today's podcast. Download the Cash App today and use promo code ARENAS to let them know we sent you. Making money move should be easy, and that's why there's Cash App. It's fast, safe, and honestly just way more personalized than other apps out there. No extra hoops to jump through, no extra stress. All the tools are right there to help you cash in. Plus, sending money with Cash App actually feels safe. They look out for you. If something seems sketchy or they see you might be sending money to a potential scammer, they'll warn you and make you think twice before you hit send. It's like having a personal bodyguard for your cash. You can even spice up your payments with custom text, stamps, and backgrounds. For a limited time only, new Cash App users can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, there's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use our exclusive referral code ARENAS in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. So SGA became the first player in league history to win a scoring title, MVP, Western Conference Finals, MVP and Finals MVP in the same season, and fourth to win a scoring title, MVP and Finals MVP in the same season, joining Kareem, MJ, who did it 4 times in his career, and Shaq. SJ also became just the second player in league history with 650 plus points, 100 plus rebounds, 150 plus assists in a single postseason, joining LeBron, who did it in 2018. So, what statement did SGA make this season?
He's better than Kobe and everybody.
He's better than Kobe and everybody.
Yeah, he did everything. It don't matter. He did everything. He was in top 3. I mean, the statement that he made to me.
Thank you, Mr. Big.
The statement that he made to me is that, you know, he didn't get MVP last year. So I think King said it like he came back with a chip on his shoulder, leading the young team, the youngest team in the NBA, being able to sweep through the whole league. You know, to me, that's just showing that, you know, you're the best player in the NBA. OKC's never won a championship. To be the first one to bring the championship to the franchise just says to you that you're the best player ever out of OKC as a player. So yeah, I just got a lot of high praise for him. He did what he was supposed to do. You know, he's averaging 30 the last 3 years. Why he's the best player out of OKC? Well, to me, because there's nobody that's had a year. I mean, well, with the Western Conference. He's MVP. He's the first player to ever do something like that. So for me, he just win everything. Yeah, and win it all too.
During the whole MVP discussion, obviously SGA Jokic, top 2 finalists. We talked about the difference between being the most valuable player in the league and the best player in the league. And what SGA has done.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. We'll see the Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat.
Just line it up.
Dallas will get the first possession.
Stay out of trouble.
Daddy, this guy was glitching.
So this brings me over to you, Gil. So, Gil, when I asked what statement the SGA made for this season, you did this, I believe.
Look around the league, and you're talking about, you know, LeBron's leaving, Curry's leaving, KD's leaving soon. They're searching for, you know, who is going to be the face of the league, who's going to be the face that they are selling to corporate America, right? And, you know, it comes with style, look, family. Can we trust it with our sponsors? Not to get in trouble outside. He checks all those boxes. So when you're going into this year, and we're talking about the MVP race, if they're looking for a new face, they're going to tell us, or they're going to tell us who they're going to push. Boom, MVP. Okay. And everybody goes with it. Western Conference MVP. Okay. Now, this is going to be the face of the NBA. If this is going to be the face of the NBA, they're going to win the championship. And when we talked about Tatum as a face, what we was missing was the NBA guy. Right? He lost the Eastern Conference MVP. He lost the Finals MVP. Like, man, I was going to be the face of the NBA, and you just keep giving trophies away to somebody else. And then, during the biggest time of America,
so hard to contain LeBron.
You mentioned, you're pointing that he's like, you're facing this man in the in America, and they're supposed to be the face of the NBA.
They did the face of it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't get in trouble and all that, but this is not how you're supposed to be promoting the face.
The DNP for it.
And that's what I'm saying. So all the signs said, like we're talking about, yeah, he's a face. But it's like the NBA is like, yeah, nah. So it looks like everything was tracking, and he's tracking right. So moving into the next season, you know, they got something to push and say, oh, this is a good. Yeah, man. Like even with Howie, when you look at Howie himself,
he sinks the tray.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And it's Miami's ball.
So go ahead and like kind of put him in the mix. Let's see what happens with him.
They can come back to the game. You know, got him back for it.
And right now, it's like it's been like a shade for all the images. It's like shade, and then you have like
7 feet away.
And it's the clean AI. It's like you got the women still there, like American, and you. Right now, you're looking at what?
It's already paying off. Well, he's
Look, SGA checks all the boxes. I'll be glad to see him do a championship, but there's such a narrative out there for people being mad at inability to draw fouls. And who does that? Who did that narrative? Who cares?
That's the problem with
I enjoy it.
But that's the problem. That's the problem with
Guys, let's get your take on the hustle
media
for Dallas.
has
the effort
dictated
they've shown on defense
to
has
all
been
of us
infectious. Everyone on this team
false
continues to
narrative.
jump at opportunities.
Right? When we did start this game, it was we want to do everything to try to win a chip. That's what we were sold. And you're telling the American public what we are, when we are, depending on if you like us or not. And that became the problem. Right? They're selling something to like, so when you say, hey, you like SGA, if you say no, the only thing you're saying no is to what? He's foul bait or he is and that's the narrative that they threw in there. That's not a
how do you talk about your foul bait or foul?
The official saw contact while he was going up.
Refs called the foul.
Because that's the ability to draw fouls. Because that's what they want to put up there. Even though if you rank him amongst his peers, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe's, and all that, he is the lowest one. He's the last one.
He's got a high IQ.
You can't find it as long with it so you get picked.
And then take all three of those away. You still make the niggas more. You can take everybody else's three of those away too. Still,
you need to, but that doesn't look at narrative. This is the narrative they want to push. They hate it with James. So when you say you hate him, you're hating him because this is the narrative that was pushed on him.
Well, mid-range is where he needs to be.
And that's that's the bad part. It's like we're going off of somebody else's pen. You think they're going to change make some calls? Like when James was doing it, they changed the whole call that he can't get that three ball.
When they do that, SGA still has a
KD too. When KD used to do that, teams complain. Yeah, I really do. You got some teams complaining about it. Then you would. Yeah, that's what you complain about. Yeah, you got to tell your guys go watch the way Nemo's guards did. Best as he could. Keep the fucking hands off of him. And when he did, he got called for it. He got in there, he got called for the foul. Keep your hands off of him. It's simple, man. Like, learn how to play defense without putting your hands on him and make it work, man. The best in history had it. Like, if Jordan knew how to do it, Kobe knew how to do it, Allen Iverson. I mean, if you go through history, man, scores or scores. They are figuring out how to get fouled and score. That makes you a face, though, when people don't have nothing to complain about. Like, complain about somebody like Jason Tatum, just like it's something, you always something, there's something, you always have something in the media, but
they could have hate on Jason Tatum anymore. I'm not saying that. That's what they
No, you gotta remember, you have to be liked. No, but you only like because of what? If you told people, if you didn't read no newspaper and you just watched the game for yourself, your opinion of what you're watching is very different.
Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Now here's Butler. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Here's Rice. 3 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
But that's good. He don't do this stuff. 2 3s and magic.
To the left side wing.
That shit got everything. That's what I'm saying, but is it something that brings the crowd? Oh my God, what is that?
Not yet. No, not yet. Yeah, right. I think he's more safe. I think he's more safe.
He's mentioned like he right now, what do we got over everybody's team?
One thing he can do that can put him in a different category.
Showmanship.
He's doing that, absolutely.
No, he's not really.
Look at that, but that's an average 30 throughout your fucking, from 2 years ago until you walk away.
You gotta get that big board off. Just gotta get an 8 ball. What you're saying is there's a thing that a superstar has, right? And he doesn't have it in yet. He's across the middle. He don't have those moments where, like, if we watch, think about, we just finished this series. Can you name 2 plays that stand out? I don't remember this for the rest of my life. There's none. No, it's like, but I'll see half I can do it. He got some regular ass dunks.
Here's Nash. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Kicks it out to Jackson. And it's all from three-point range. Heat leading by 7. Pass to Cycli. Shot clock at 6. Here's Rice. Cuts off the pass. From about 16. Again, the miss by Dallas. And it's Butler with the ball for Miami. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Rice's shot is off.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Pass to Aguirre. Here's Nash. Lots of room. Rebounded by Mourning. The Heat with the lead. Here's Butler. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Dallas with it. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Oh, sweet move. Got a hand on it. Pass to Mourning. Here's Hardaway to the inside. Oh, and Bradley with a block. And they're able to recover. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Here's Nash. He got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Mavericks ball. Substitution on the court.
1:57 left in the first half. To stop the drought. Again, the miss by Dallas.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way
You got to have a moment that we can remember. Huh? We got a bunch of them. Let's go talk about this one. I'm just saying that going into next year, that should be in the next line. Like, capitalize. Imitators don't have no. What I'm saying is capitalize on the business side. I'm in the business side of it. When you're playing this game and things that happen, make a point to expose. Like, you make a motherfucker fall and you get a shot. Do something with it to make people think about it. Nuts. Like, but if I'm Shay, I'm like, and keep dunking on niggas, and I'm gonna keep snapping these MVPs and these motherfucking championships. Y'all keep having that. If I'm Shay, like, I don't feel like I get like that. I'm worried about that side of it. Like, I hear you, yes, you're gonna have that, but it's not pushing out. I know I'm talking about the other side. I'm pretty sure. We all thought about winning championships and all that, and then when that list comes out, you get in like for real. Just like when you average 20 and he averaged 20, and he signed 200 million, and you sitting there with 85, right? Like, yo, we signed the same thing. He's bringing something different. I mean, yeah, I get both sides. I mean, but like you said, this ain't his static and probably his personality. I mean, this dude has been successful going the way he's going. Too, so. And he's not, and the thing is, we don't know what they're doing in Canada for him. Like, it's just, it's a different animal. I mean, he has it. I'm just saying right now, man, listen, Canada, y'all back, because y'all, listen, I'm telling you, for like the last 8-9 months, boy, y'all been taking L's after L's after L's. Canada's back. Y'all can go outside again. I ain't kidding you alone. Y'all can come outside. Y'all got somebody who's sweating everything.
Miami Heat by a healthy
You can
8
drink
points at
again
the end
out
of the
loud.
defense has stolen opposition. We'll be right back with you shortly.
No. Yeah, hell yeah. He's from it. He's from Charlotte. Yeah, he's from it. They get the whole something up. They get the whole something up. They get the promote. Yeah, they go. And the MVP. And the MVP and the scoring top. They gonna bring him out of the OBO. You got somebody. You got some with you. Let's talk about this Eastern Thunder squad a little bit. Thunder, the second youngest team in the shot clock era to win a chip. Showed their youth during the post-game celebration. Let's take a look. They won this one, so that means that two people having a little bit of self-experience and confidence. Nowhere reach this peak. He's not even close. So you think about him the next week. They struggle a little bit of survival. You look at like you're very struggle mode. All in already. Very struggle mode. But once again, Alex Caruso brought his championship experience to the squad. They had to ask anything for him. The Caruso guy. Hit on the table, no Caruso. A lot of people don't drink. Jalen Wade made it with his first night. Look at him. A sip of alcohol. But Caruso came through in the clutch yet again. Showed the team the proper way to pop a bottle straight in the locker room. Bring his championship experience. Very crucial bottle. He's going to be proud of this. That just be so much value. Like, I mean, we were in the club and found out how to build the box. It's like that, they don't even know how to open it. They're just home in practice, like, we might win this shit. They locked in. Yeah, Martinelli. Like that is like, damn. Baby, that means y'all ain't alcoholic, y'all ain't going to the club, y'all ain't bottle popping water, y'all drinking Coronas and water. Okay, I know, but they're drinking straight lemonade. It's not water alcohol. It's no alcohol. Okay, thing. Not water. That's the club. No, go y'all into the club and then you buy it. You can't have one leg, bro. Okay, like this one. You can't have one leg. That's your club. I know, that's okay. So we have to check. Well, SCA. She was just swinging that. It is the
tell me it. We have to tell SJ next phase of the league. It was a 50-50 split. But let's keep this thing moving on. No, that's real. That's real. I'm like, damn, how bad is my trip club, man? Nothing wrong with being one leg with another. Nobody's wrong with it. Just like, because we just thought, no, there's a, you know, the people out here were all, the sound, the little person walks in the mall, the person in Denver, the one in Denver, the little person was in I told a certain camp, I said, I ain't stable enough. If you come over and start dancing, this is be glad nigga, I might hurt your feelings. You gotta watch out. Some of them just, we can't appreciate your own little ass. Somebody get your little ass. Let's talk about the Thunder channel. At 23 years old, Jalen Williams stepped up the final show why he's the best second option in the league. He averaged 24.5 rebounds, 4 assists for the series. So after admittedly taking the first drink of his life, Williams joined Scott Van Pelt on the Sports Center set and showed he's wise beyond his years. When SVP asked what's one thing he'll take satisfaction in from this championship run, J-Dub offered this response.
Nothing's more precious than time, I think.
Yeah, you got the ball.
And I think when it's so true, man, just giving the team my time and them giving me theirs. We had team dinners after we lost. We had plane don't take off till 4 a.m. We sit on the runway, like all those like cool times where we were present with each other and like had fun. Like we were on the plane, listen to music together, like all that stuff. I'm happy that I did that with this team. I think that's why we were so good. Like all the off the court stuff is stuff that I'll remember. And when it comes to like time, it's like, yeah, just spending extra hours with each other. And me and Chet used to like go in the hotel and like watch film or like our pick and rolls when he was coming back. Like that's the stuff I remember from this run more than like I can't even remember what happened our last series. So it's like those are always moments that stick out to me.
We're playing Blu-ray and Uno. We're playing both two phenomenal card games for us. So heading into the playoffs, tell they kids, Uno, but they gamble, or they bet Uno what I want to do. That's what I want to know. So heading into the playoffs, Thunder's inexperience was heavily discussed. So many think it would be the reason they wouldn't win a title, but OKC proves their critics wrong. So Thunder have their top 9 scorers all-weather contract next season, 13 first-round picks over the next 7 drafts. Oh my God. But this is the 7th straight season a different team has won the chip, the longest streak in NBA history. When you look at this Thunder squad, are we witnessing the birth of a dynasty?
So he'll head to the line to shoot there.
I'm going to say dynasty was 2 wins, 3, right? 3 wins dynasty, right? Yeah. 3 in a window, 5-6 seasons.
Good on both.
Playing what? 5 to 6 seasons. Trending up. They're trending up, but history is not on their side. Not at all, but trending up. The only dynasty from a small market team was San Antonio. I mean, right, so yeah, but the problem is, if you're using your first round, that means you're going backwards just a little bit. The problem with the dynasty for a small market team is you're handicapped by pay, right? And when we're talking about the reason that
not the wild one he took there.
Not a lot of small market teams have been dynasties is because if you're winning, people got to get paid. Now, when you think about Spurs, they wasn't paid.
With a 6-point lead.
And that's what people don't realize.
They're communicating well.
Ginobili wasn't paid like a Hall of Famer. Tony Parker wasn't paid like a Hall of Famer. Right? When he got paid, he had 2 championships. He signed for $60 million. After my second year, I signed for $60 million. You know what I mean? He got Tony Parker. No, what I'm saying is, if he signed, what I'm saying is, if I signed for $63 million after my second year, and his contract is up, and he got two rings, if he signed for the 100 that he's supposed to, you know what I mean? They can't feel the way, so you gotta get some bad contracts on these players. So all 3 of these players is going to be up for the next year or next following year. So I mean, you're going to have to convince them to take some real bad pay cuts.
for you to keep it as a dynasty. Like the Spurs wasn't overpaid. It was under the handful. Like, who found the contract, get it all up front and back.
Well, the good thing about that, man, they can keep their core.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And but they got draft capital, man. Like, so they can. That's the thing. Like, a lot of dudes doing they rookie deals now, so they got for the next 2 years. They got and just.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to put 2 years where they are, but that money kick in. So if you sign him for 360 something, the other for 2 something, the other one for 2 something.
As long as you keep your Steph, your Clay, your Draymond,
man, but they got to be clear. They one got to get screwed.
Well, somebody's going to take a chance if they win, right? I truly believe it. If them guys are winning and how they are, as this Oklahoma City, they will do team-friendly stuff in order to keep this together and to keep them. Just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong. It feels that way right now because how they are right now. It will change. We will find out. But I think if they come back next year, right, and are dominant again the way they were this year and run it back, I 100% will believe that when it's time we do nothing, time is the summer. I'm not saying all three of them can get all three. So that's but they gotta get better because I feel like even what I'm saying is they all like whatever happens for the future is gonna happen this summer. But they understand like we're talking about the team and the other teams that get better. All the teams taking care of the rest shit. But he won't like he's so this is the thing, the key word in that, he's eligible for the Super Bowl, right? We all know he's eligible for the Super Bowl. In order to keep winning, which I think he wants to do, he understands that he needs to do. Yeah, for sure. So going into that negotiation, that is a thought of his as well. So whatever the number is, and they can pitch it to him or not pitch it to him, he's aware of that. And going into it, be like, okay, this is my work. So what's the thing, right? What do we need in order to make this plan? What do we need? Bring it in there. Is that what it is? Like all this, all that. Like this one's been built for a long time. All this new shit on man, working. Not getting out of that motherfucking squat machine. It's like doing shit that you can do, man. Like this really I can get it. I get that. I get that, man. But it's that show, man. When you even do certain like weightlifting and certain things, man, it's really to your point, like dudes want to weight, man, training all that shit is never with the weight back there. So we just got into the doing real live.
Sure if he
I want this shit going on. It's like
just not himself.
I think it, man. It's too much. You playing. You playing all I think y'all did. We all got it. I'm looking for the training, but you playing like team shit. There's many training camps and shit out. No, you got it. I played all the time. Once my season was over, I was back in New York playing basketball outside. Like, oh yeah. And, I didn't even talk about, actually, I don't think I ever stopped playing basketball outside, but I think you have to play. You know what I mean? Okay, so when we're talking about things that we do and what they're doing, right, when they're, how is the team in terms of football? Okay, more comment. Then what would you agree with football next year? Okay, then how about track? Because they start off as exactly cash rich. They do certain things. But I don't think it's the thing. Yeah, like it's just way until like you guys said, it starts off with certain things, man. But it's not even on take. It's like when we're talking, it's not even on takeoff. Right. When you think about it, it's like you would think that cool, like you're doing something that explosive, but it's always because it's like you're taking off. So even with mine, like it was just I'm guarding Brandon Knight, he doesn't push off and then my shit just snap back. Are you tired? Like, can you tell, like, the day before? I remember I told you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You can tell? Yeah. So I know I told him this because I never had injuries. No ankle injuries, nothing.
So I got him started the day before, and I think I went out the night before. You know, I did have a little bit of alcohol, and I never had a meniscus injury. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, what's in that thing? I was with a coach I was with, and I think he was playing a lot. Told me I hurt that thing. You know what I mean? I'm like going through the whole thing, but it was only a meniscus. I did a drop step on Draymond, and then boom, my meniscus. You know? Did you feel anything before? I did. I think that day I can't remember so long ago, but I think I had a tight calf. You know what I mean? Anytime you got that tight back there, that calf, I think it's the time to shut it down. But I'm not shutting it down game 7. Ain't no way.
Going out there trying to get
He was playing well, man. We were right there. Man, it was incredible. He was a statue.
I was going to ask you, what does Tyrese Halliburton mean to this franchise? You say he should get a statue.
I just feel like when he did, like, the excitement, you had Scott Jack was there, I was there. We were like, J.O. came, like, we were just excited. We were group text, like, this is exciting for us.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I feel like we love him. Like, I was looking at his highlights. You know, even just looking at the replay of the game, like a fan, you know, it's crazy.
You know, like a small market like that, like, just them getting there. Sometimes that's like the championship, and people don't understand it sometimes.
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah.
He just get a statue for just getting us there. That's it.
Yeah,
But right now, that's goddamn.
That's being out. We were out in the end. We were on game 6. Everybody was out. We out. We was out. It wasn't like that. They're going to give you up. But
It means something to that community, man, because basketball is huge out there. And for you never to have experienced that part of it as an organization, man, and to be on the doorstep again, come up short, once again, it's devastating, but they appreciate the journey, they appreciate the players getting it they all. And to y'all point, Tyrese going out there trying to play, the fans appreciate that even more, man. Unfortunately, he didn't do it then, but he'll get so much love, much more love and respect around the city because he did try.
Somebody said you went out, you returned up in Indianapolis, not like New York. So let's talk a little bit about New York. So after James got fired by the Knicks, you threw your name in the hat to be his successor. With the following tweet, let's take a look at it. He said, Met is the perfect choice for head coach of the Knicks since 1999. This was supposed to happen. I never ran from the city. When all the top players left NYC because it was hard, I went to St. John's. I wanted to be drafted by the Knicks. I seem to be the only one unafraid of the city. I'm built to challenge the city. I'm the number one guy for the job. And I have 360 degrees experience.
Sports fans, thank you for joining us.
One of the things I was because I was literally there. I live in Canada also. Like, I was at a small coffee shop, hanging out with my son. You know, that's it. But you know how these things happen. You get fired, and then somebody get hired, and they already got a plan. You know, they got this. So when I saw that tweet, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I own this. I don't have an agent. You know what I mean? I'm not represented by nobody. But I coach Cal State Lakers 7 years. I coach Cal State women. We went from not going to the tournament for 20 years to going to the NCAA.
Tries it from the top of the key. 4 on the clock. Stolen by Harden. To the right side. Here's Malone. From outside, off the mark. Here's Havlicek. Here's Pierce. Defended by Harden. Here's Bird. Here's Pierce. The rebound by Malone.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Pass to McGrady. Soft touch off the glass.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And here's Houston.
And good whistle there.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
No good on the free throw.
At the line for Houston, Clyde Drexler.
And he can't hit the second.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
Here's Bird. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Harden. Pass to Malone. And he banks in the layup.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Here's McGrady. Here's Olajuwon. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Wow! That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Boston calls timeout. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Bird. Gets the three ball to go.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
From 7. And again, it's Houston.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Bird. Drexler grabs the board.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Bird. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Fade away. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Bird's got 5 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Boston shooting their first free throw of the contest. Boston trailing. Here's Kuzi. No points so far. Oh, sweet move. Pass to Bird. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Substitution on the court.
58 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Paul. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
When Chris Paul gets into the teeth of the defense, make no mistake, this guy's in attack mode because he wants to go to the foul line.
Chris Paul taking 2 shots.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
If you're a head coach, you love having a guy like Chris Paul around. He's a coach on the floor for you and helps keep everyone accountable.
3 points.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
That's a rarity for him, especially against the soft defense.
Here's Garnett. Pass to Kuzi. Garnett, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Murphy. Here's Malone. It's rebounded by McHale.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. We're at the end of 1 in a close game so far. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
6, 9.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And it's Paul with the ball for Houston. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Malone. And he jams it home with authority.
Well, the vision and the understanding of Chris Paul is something to behold.
Tatum's got room. The rebound by Malone.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Pass to Murphy. Five on the clock. From the right block. And he can't bank that one in. Tatum like a freight train coming. Missed inside. Houston in the lead. Here's Paul. Hayes up top. Left side, Paul. Back to Hayes. Pass to Tomjanovich. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. And Boston calls time here.
That's a good timeout. They just can't hit anything.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now. And here are the Celtics, trailing by 2.
Pass to Garnett. The three is up. It's hauled in by Houston. Here's McGrady. Here's Olajuwon. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
I'm for 13, but I just don't know. And the fans like, don't shoot, don't shoot. I'm like, well, I have to shoot because it's a rhythm shot. You know, so I'll just try to stay in rhythm. I think from that game, we were down 13 in the third quarter. And, you know, if it wasn't professional, I don't know if we won that game. So this is my only final. I've never been to the finals. So I'm like, damn, down 13 in the fourth. Like, okay, so what happens now? Pressure comes to the bench. He saw our faces, like, he was like, damn. He said, yo. He said, it could be anywhere. But we here down 13. You know, we here down 13. Where would you rather be? It's probably a couple other things. Everybody looking at Fisher because the man's out of step. And I just, right from there, he just stayed locked in, didn't look at the score, and they kept getting tired. And I looked on the tape, you know. I looked on the tape, and Phil Jackson was like, I think he said, he'll give it away in the fall. I was like, dang, I was like, I missed that. I didn't even hear that, so I watched the tape. They for sure gave it to us. Honestly, I think if Perk was there, it might have been a different game. If Perk was there? Yeah. Maybe we still won, but, you know, it might have been a different game.
Let's get
I'm not saying he's I heard him say something like OKC, like I ain't saying he was OKC with this and that. I heard that. I heard folks say that, but he was definitely like the main shift is like he did everything the right way. You got him, KG, like it becomes a different lineup. It was a different lineup, man. It was a different lineup. They beat us at home.
So during a recent episode of his Mind the Game podcast, LeBron gave some major love, saying you're one of the toughest defenders that he faced, especially early on in his career coming into the league. So for you, what was it like guarding LeBron, and how did the game improve and evolve over the years?
Man, I remember at 15 years old in Chicago, he was there. Like, Jordan was there, Bobby was older. He was getting in shape. But Jordan was going to work. Phil was there, Stackhouse was there, Anton Walker was in his prime in 1999. Or 2000, he was in his prime, so I see LeBron walk to the gym, everybody talking about LeBron. I think he was on TV by this time also. So I didn't play against him his first game, but I watched him. I'm like, dang, 15, 16. I think he was there 2 years in a row. I'm not mistaken. Then I went up against him, and he was on a fast break. I'm the full speed just like he did now. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to stop him because he's coming in full speed. And he was like 225 at this time. So as I tried to grab him, he was still going up, so I put him on the floor. Right, so I put him on the floor, and I was like, wow.
6 points for him.
That was at 15. He was right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I put him on the floor, he was going right through it. And you know how he hit? And then playing against him in the first game, he got 25 against me. 25 points, and that was when I was in like, nobody was getting that much. You know, that's my time, and I was like, yeah, this dude is getting real good. So I always gave it up to him when I played against him, I tried to get beat. And then I remember he gave me 25, and he was like, is this your best defender? He said that to the crowd in Indiana. And I was heated, like I was so heated. You know what I'm saying? Like, this in my head, like. I had a couple good games against the Brown where I like maybe got the best of them, but not many. Not many.
Anybody playing me when I was in Golden State?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was going for a loose ball, man. Yeah, everybody playing me. I had to ask them, what the fuck kind of basketball?
I remember the rookie year. The rookie year, he punched my shit. And he was like, I got that shit. I remember that shit. He was like, punch my shit. He was like, I got that shit. Help the shit run the other way. Nah, you put in work, though, man. If you didn't get hurt, you was putting in work. How was that 16 in the Staples to the
fairly even one.
It was fun. I might have asked you before we live.
No. It was he was at a disadvantage, right? It's always like, so me and we used to talk shit, right? No. Me and Lou Wall. Lou Wall, coach to Lou Wall, tell him I'm busting back. And if he got me, tell him I'm going to walk for a flat. That used to be like a little thing, right? So I'm going for a flat. Right, so, just a typical day. And then I started catching heat with Smush, right? So Smush was getting early, and then Kobe was like, all right, I got it. And I was like, all right, whatever play we call it, 1-4 flat. Right, but I'm already kind of like ticking. But the problem is, he don't have shot back in no more. You got Mike. You got Lamar. You got Bobby Brown. That's it. Bill Dale. Hey, what am I saying? He could always say, he ain't fouling like that. No, I'm just saying, like, you don't have Shaq that's going to foul the shit out of here and do all that shit. You don't have the structure back there. So, all I know is the rule is in there. Don't try to do the same move twice. Right? He going to pick up with the mechanic. So if I'm going to do something, if I do right to left this game, right, I know left to right next time. So I already knew that style, like, okay, I got to. So if you look at the moves, every foul I'm scoring is all different. Then from there, just keep attacking. Yeah. He thinks that, all right, if I'm on this side, he's going to push me down. Like, he's playing the structure of the defense. Right? Them niggas in the back don't know this. Right? They're not smart enough to know if I go past the pistol line, you gotta push me down. They gotta load over. They don't know that. So all I'm doing is sitting there waiting. He jump up. Hey, that was a black dude back there. What the fuck his name was? Yeah. Like, so it was one of those things is I know your team ain't that smart this way. So all I do is just keep shooting, man. And all that, the foul, when you foul, was you stunning or was you like, no. I had 125 tickets. Okay. So then at my high school, they were there, so every time that I came to LA, it was like, just everybody. It was more because when I was a rookie, we wasn't allowed, a rookie or second round, I wasn't allowed tickets at home.
Just selling the defense on the buffet.
Right, so it was one of those things that I had room, giving them tickets. Like, well, first of all, I don't know nobody, so yeah. But the only ones I demanded was in LA. And you vouched to them? My two, and those first couple of years, I didn't have no money to buy any extra. So when I signed that deal, everybody get to come to the game. So I had about 100 some people there. And you vouched to them? That's fine. Look at all LA Lakers fans growing up. So this was, they all got on their Lakers gear. So,
So I want to talk about something that happened recently. This for the whole college I met you as well. So your former Rocket teammate Tracy McGrady was on first take this past Friday along with our very own Gilbert Arenas, participating in a discussion about ring culture where he offered D-Star.
I don't know. We have too many talented players that come through this league that are championship worthy. What I mean by that, if you take them off the team,
unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Pass to Harden from behind the arc. Houston with another miss. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Havlicek. Here's Kuzi. Still no points. Clock at 4. Here's Bird. It's hauled in by Houston.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Now Harden.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the floor.
.156 left in the third quarter here. Outside Harden. Here's Drexler. To stop the drought. And it's rejected. Allen draws the double. And we're going to have a jump ball.
Jump ball. You two.
That's a jump ball.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Pass to Cowens. Here's Kuzi. From deep. Again, the miss by Boston. Here's Drexler. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Harden scanning the floor. Clock at 6. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Celtics ball. In for your Rockets.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. For 3, Allen. The rebound by Tomjanovich.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Left side Murphy. Here's Paul. Boston pulls it in.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Here's Malone. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Houston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
20.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Celtics trail by 6. Here's Kuzi. Here's Pierce. Drains the triple.
Pierce.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And so it's Paul who brings up the ball for the Rockets. Pass to Olajuwon. Paul taking his time here. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. And Houston leads by 6.
Look at Chris Paul getting aggressive. He's not going to let that three go unanswered. He's too competitive for that.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Sharman. They get it back. Pass to Pierce. Here's McHale. 5 to shoot. It's intercepted. Here's Olajuwon. Back to Paul. "11 feet out, and he hits it." And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by Houston. High arcing shot. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's McGrady. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Now it's a 7-point Houston lead.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. So both teams changing it up here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the head coach for Boston had some instruction for his guys during the break. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Fires for three.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
For three, Allen. That one doesn't drop. The Rockets lead by 7. Down low. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
There is an imagination of creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And the free throw, no good. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. For three, Allen. Pass to Cowens. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the left wing. For three. And it's Bird missing.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Nobody talking about a nigga that long. It was always niggas that want to go get a shot. That's what that's all right. That's what you have to learn. That's all you heard. That's all you heard. That's all I heard. But the championship, the other fool. Now, you here in 2002 as a professional basketball player playing against Kobe and T-Mac. Let's see what you, because we know y'all were in middle school. It was definitely harder to guard Kobe.
Left in the fourth quarter here.
Personally. But collectively, it was games where T-Mac would go to work too, but when I was guarding T-Mac was Kobe was a different player. You know, I mean, they had similar moves like they both do. Stay right, they could stay right, they could stay left, but collectively, what people were saying, it was an era of point in time where nobody would do it. At that point in time. I'm not saying that, yeah, they just did at that point in time. Shaq Ave went to somewhere T-Mac was at. If he wanted to, Shaq chose to go to LA, and then he trying to retire those. Yeah. So could he have gone? I wonder if he could have gone where T-Mac was in Toronto at the time, right? If he went to T-Mac, no, T-Mac was Orlando. Okay, year 2009 to 2002, right? 2006. No, 9 Rockets or 89, that team was crazy. Did y'all, like, starting off the season, did y'all feel y'all had a chance to win? That's what it's crazy. That was the cheapest thing I've been on. Yo, when you look at that team, listen, I got there, I was playing 5 minutes. You know, you get the team and they say you're going to play with them. And you're like, damn, I'm not prime. I'm 28. And I'm not playing for 5 minutes a day. I'm like, oh, my grade, you know, my God.
Well,
It
maybe
was
not this
difficult, right?
time.
So,
This game is
I'm
certainly
like,
finished.
one day, what time Coach Allen, who I love, put me in the game, was like, I don't know, 30 seconds, like a minute. Because Shane was there. They already had chemistry. They just won 33 in a row last year. They add me, and I'm just a piece at this point. So, so the team that got hurt, Aaron Brooks was there. Actually, Rayford was there, and I think Aaron came. No, Kyle Lowry came. Yeah, we had Aaron Brooks, Cola.
That team was sick, yo. So the injury kind of put that team off.
Yeah, I mean, we took with no T-Mac. Gallo broke his foot game 3. And Dikembe broke his knee. And he was 43, but keep in mind, Dikembe was averaging 10 and 10 against Paul Trailblazers. He was a 6 seed. He was a 3 seed. Dikembe was blocking everything at the rim. He's at 43. Anything coming to the rim. You know what I mean? You gotta look at those highlights.
He was hurt?
Yes. He can win some games. But T-Mac didn't play. T-Mac didn't play as T-Mac game. But T-Mac got hurt. I started. That's when I started playing. T-Mac got hurt.
That could have won the championship.
That team could have won the championship. If he wasn't hurt, that team would have won.
Larry the Legend.
So I got one last question for you. I think it'll unite the council. Something we can all agree upon. So back early 2000s, you're one of a handful of players to promote what some thought would be a revolutionary product for the game of basketball. The D-Band.